All right, good evening, everyone. Today is Saturday, October 19th, 2019. So the last time we were here, we worked on SMART goals, which I also brought in the idea of mind mapping. Now, today is going to be a little bit different. We are going to cover the concept of mind mapping because I actually am going through a situation where I need to redo mine. So we're going to take what I've learned from SMART goals and we're going to do this. Now, to start off with, I wanted to speak about something that was brought to my attention a little bit earlier this week. I randomly met a gentleman at work who, was writing his own book, and he gave me something called Discovering the 7 Keys to Transforming Your Life. Now, I know a lot of us have read books like this over and over, constantly. Most of them have the same message. But what intrigued me about this gentleman and his story is he comes from the same background that I do. He's still making moves. He's still doing his thing. But the dude started out as a server at Chili's. Believe it or not. Now he's writing his own books. He's going around the world touring, talking to people, putting that same positive energy back into the world. And the same day I got his book, I came home. First thing I did is I sat down and I read the first chapter. And his first key is letting go. Now, when we think of letting go, we think of letting go of people. We think of letting go of, places, things, events in our lives that might be holding us back from achieving our better selves. But I know a lot of people, especially me, because I didn't think about it until the concept was brought up to me, is what do we need to let go of to succeed in our business? What do we need to let go of to make that step forward and putting ourselves out there into the world and turning our dreams and desires into something bigger? Like, what has to be given up? And he wrote a handy list of things that we would never think of, like the fear of failure. Some people are so afraid to fail that they never start anything. Or the fear of rejection. A lot of us, especially in the business of speaking to other people, promoting ourselves, putting our names out there, we are terrified of giving an idea to someone and it being pushed back in our face without value. And I'm here to tell you that those two fears alone can cripple the greatest idea, can cripple the sheer will to win. It could take everything out of you. So I just started this off with that to bring that to your attention and really have you think about it. And I want you to sit down and write 3 things that, you feel like might be in your way right now that you need to let go of. It's hard. It's a scary process, but at the end of it, you'll be better for it. And by taking the time to really think about these things and focus on these 3 things, you now have a focal point to work on. You now have some kind of rubric outside of your goals, outside of the things that we've already set up for ourselves to turn around and work on. That's going to build you up, not only in your professional life, but in your personal life. So with that being said, I'm going to go into what mind mapping is. I do apologize if it is a little janky. I'm on my tablet. I'm not used to working with this medium, so we'll see how it turns out. But as I was saying last week, the last time we were here, about 2 weeks ago, I have all my goals mapped out, everything I need right here, showing me how I want to build and grow as an individual, how I want to build and grow this company, Trend Society, and how I get to financial stability, aka financial freedom. Now, given that I guess my living situation is about to change, and there are going to be some things switching around. I'm gonna have to take on a lot more debt. Not debt, but I'm gonna have to take on a lot more of my bills. I'm gonna have to take on a lot more responsibilities. If we're following the SMART goal guidelines, these are no longer SMART goals. These are pipe dreams. So when it comes to budgeting, I need to switch these up, and that's what we're gonna do today. So my goal is to still, get myself a car, of course, because, we live in Texas. If you don't have a car, you're kind of screwed no matter what you do. So I still want to save $3,000 for it, right? I still want to do that. But from my bills going from a low 800 overhead to a almost 1,800 a month overhead, I can't save $65 a week on that, at least not yet, not until I take the time to really work my budget out. So my hopes are to settle it up like this. Now, for right now, while I'm in this situation and I haven't really gotten a grasp on my bills, I would like to get to $100 a month. So sounds reasonable. $25 is definitely feasible to put to the side versus, 25 a week is definitely more feasible than 65. That way, I'm not killing myself, but I'm still contributing something. So weekly, of course, would be the $25. And then the daily, since I work 4 to 5 shifts a week, I'm gonna put $5. $5 a work day. Damn. I'm not sure the end date is, but I'm going to try to make it as specific as I can. So instead of it being October of 2020, I'm hoping to get there by June 2021. That way, I have a time and a plan to make this $3,000, put that down on the car that I really want, the car of my dreams, what I really want. And by that time, I'm working towards something. It's giving me that swift kick in the butt to be like, all right, cool, your situation is where it is, but it's not over. You can still contribute to it. You can still put something to it. You can still build towards it. You just can't build as heavy as you were before. Now, luckily, we no longer need this here. So we're gonna delete the apartment because I'm there now. I have the place I like. I have a plan on what I'm gonna do with it. I know how much it's gonna cost. I know how to turn around and pay for it. So we're good there. That's positive. It's a goal that I can take off the list. Perfect. So my bills are now cool 1,800. I want to say 1,750, depending how things round out. So no longer is it $100 a day, 4 times a week. By my calculations, I need to make about 140 4 times a week, and this one stays the same, going to the bank after work. Now, given that I'm not going to have a vehicle for a little while, going to the bank after work is going to be a lot harder. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a subtopic. All right, so going to the bank after work. If not feasible, save money. And I don't know about you, some people have envelopes, some people have jars, some people have shoe boxes. I have a jar. That way, so if not feasible, save money in my money jar and deposit Sunday after work. Now, that way, I'm always on time for my bills because of the way that they're set up. I always have cash in my account, always have enough to make it throughout the week. I'll know where I start, I know where I end, and I know what my run over is. Uh, and that keeps me on track in two different ways. Both are very specific. Going to the bank after work, if I can find a way to manage that on the days that I can, I'm gonna do that. But let's say, I'll have to walk or training or, anything's going on. Um, I can bust that 5 out, 10 out for an Uber to go to the bank. But in the situation I'm in, I mean, it's all money in, no money out right now. So, Sunday is an easy day. Not too many people are out there. I can put on my running shoes, throw the headphones on. The bank's about 2 miles away. Just coast it and run, get it done. But at least I'm getting it done once a week, and I'm getting a lump sum and or just my money put in the bank every day. Now, that's about as far as my budgeting has changed. I still have the same plans going forward as far as my savings accounts on the side, my online savings accounts, my Roth IRA, all of my investments accounts and my trading accounts. None of that is going to change. I just need to be a little bit smarter about that. So, and I'm essentially going to do this later, but what you do is you would create another tab, your subtopic 3, investments and savings. This right here is going to be a tab that I will probably touch on next Sunday. I'll already have it done by then. I just haven't sat down and taken the time to exactly figure out where I'm at with that. So give me a little bit and we'll continue on. Now, the awesome news is First Watch decided to promote me, and I am now the new NRO for Culinate restaurant here in San Antonio, and I will be hitting the road sometime in the next few months. Super excited about it, super happy, cannot wait to get started. But I'm still working on these goals, as you see, working the First Watch way, which is essentially we have a set of guide and commandments that I need to keep, that I need to continue promoting and learning so that I can teach to others. My second goal to that is building relationships with my NRO people, the people, my peers, and studying the training info. Something that I've done, so no need to touch this one. But living debt-free within the year. So March 2021, that does not make sense. And I probably should have caught that when I was first doing this. All right, so living debt-free by March 2021. As I said, this is going to also be tough because of what's going on and where I'm at, but I'm not going to let it stress me. The only thing I need to get rid of is I no longer owe this debt because I've paid that off. But because I'm still focusing on my dreams, I'm not going to let my situation knock me off. I'm not going to change any of this. I'm still going to put the $75 a month to my debt with T-Mobile, and I'm still going to put my $90 a month to my debt of student loan. As I said, there are a lot of things on here that I most likely need to change, but I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of how mind maps work. Now, if you remember our SMART goal setup, all of these fit the criteria. If you'd like to take a picture, look at these and go through them yourselves, just for an example of how to put these things together, you are more than welcome to. So now that we've spoken about that, I would like everyone that is on this call tonight and watching to take some time out, download this app. It is called XMind, or grab it on your computer and take a hit at it, get to it. I've said it back to back now. Just having a set plan, having something broken down into several different categories and knowing each little working component sets you up for way more success than anything else. You can have the drive, you can have the ambition, but the fears, getting rid of those fears, letting go of those fears, and having a set guideline and a set plan for yourself and how you need to move takes the guesswork out of it. You're no longer sitting up wondering if you're about to make the right move or the wrong move. You already know where you're going. You already know what sits right with you. You already know what doesn't sit right with your plan. And once you have that, you'll become unstoppable. So tonight's going to be a short one, but next week I'm going to take a principle out of this gentleman, and you guys should look him up if you ever get a chance. His name is Israel Hernandez. He is, like I said, based in San Antonio, Texas. Great guy, lovely conversation. I plan on interviewing him soon, so man, can't wait to get that up and have everyone get a chance to, connect with him and see that positive spirit that I was speaking about that he gives off. It changed my day. But yeah, so next week we're going to work on that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about finding your true identity, finding the things that really matter to you, finding the things that propel you and push you forward in life, and just do what you need them to do for you. I appreciate you taking the time out to look over this with me, and we shall see you next week.